all ready for tonight. How about you, shithead?
Anyway, I was listening to this woman, and she was from my hometown, Ukiah, California. And I never caught her qualifications. I don't know if she's a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or just some ranting cunt. But she says she's really involved with a lot of nonprofits in Mendocino County, and those she's part of the suicide network here in Mendocino County, and spends a lot of her time working with these nonprofits that collect suicide statistics, and apparently they're designed to help deal with the suicide situation in Mendocino County. And apparently we have 3 or 4 times the suicide rate of the rest of the state, but we're not unique in that. It's pretty much all of the rural counties have a higher suicide rate. But anyway, the question came up, well, what are the demographics of suicide in Mendocino County? And the interviewer, this was on National Public Radio, and the interviewer asked, well, is this a female thing? Is this a LGBTQA thing? Is this a male thing? Is this, you know, what is the demographic? And this woman, who apparently knows, you know, pretty much, who has her finger fairly well on the pulse of suicide in Mendocino County, she says, well, it's 79% men, 21% women, and we're unsure of the LGBTQA demographic or statistics regarding suicide in this county. And I have a hard time accepting all of that, because LGBTQA has been getting more attention, more funding, and more dedicated non-governmental organizations focused on it than the generic male demographic or the generic female demographic in the past 30 fucking years, people. So it's hard for me to buy that there's no statistics for the numbers of the LGBTQA demographic, suicide demographic in Mendocino County. But anyway, the thing was, the conversation immediately focused on services provided and what may be needed for the LGBTQA community in reference to suicide, completely fucking ignoring the fact that 80% of the suicides in this county are committed by fucking men, and it's a male demographic, and men are fucking killing themselves here. And later on she goes to discuss, well, what are the reasons that may be behind the fact that the rural demographic in California, Northern California in particular, has 2 to 3 times the suicide rate as the rest of the state. And the issues cited were the loss of business opportunities. You know, it's according to this woman, it's the loss of business opportunity in rural counties, and the inability to go with ease from one business opportunity to another, which is to say, okay, I can't grow pot, or I can't grow hops, or I can't grow alfalfa, or I can't do this particular agricultural activity anymore, and because I can't go get a factory job the next day, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. That is literally what the woman explained, and she related the same thing to personal experience and the loss of personal relationships. Well, gee, I broke up with my girlfriend, and Tinder doesn't have any connections in my immediate local area, so I'm gonna fucking kill myself. And this woman seriously fucking is proposing that is why the majority of suicides in this county occur. And she's relating the whole thing to the LGBTQA community without ever once acknowledging the fact that it's the men that are fucking killing themselves. And if there are entrepreneurs that are striking out, failing, feeling dejected to the point of suicide and killing themselves, it's not those in the LGBTQA communities. Not to say that there aren't, you know, entrepreneurs that fit those, you know, into that demographic. I'm not trying to, oh man, I'm not insulting anyone by proxy here. I'm just trying to point out that there is a concerted effort to make white males, particularly heterosexual white males, feel guilty for every motherfucking thing they do. And if the presenters don't feel that it's in their interest to abstractly just project hate and guilt on white males, they'll do it by proxy, by ignoring what's going on with that demographic and holding up a completely fucking bullshit number of another demographic, or lack of number, you know, proof or lack of proof as proof. Proof by proxy. And the whole thing is designed to make me feel guilty for whatever is that people that look like me have done with this fucking world. And the fact is, these people are bitching about this shit on a media that would not exist if it wasn't for people like me doing the shit that people like me do. And I'm not a multi-bazillionaire. I'm not a successful entrepreneur. I'm some fucking bum dude, right? Who's trying to pick up rocks on the beach, hoping that maybe I can off them on eBay for $5 or $10 a piece and pay for my next meal. So I don't want to hear the fucking shit about white privilege or the male patriarchy, because frankly I'm more fucked than just about anybody in this country at this time right now, and I'm sick of hearing it. And at some point you're gonna call me enough names, you're gonna insult me enough, you're gonna ascribe enough hate to me that I'm going to every day live that. And once every day I've become used to the fact that you think I'm a fucking worthless piece of shit that hates the world, I'm going to get upset about that. And at some point someone's going to say something or do something that's going to make me decide that it's time for myself and for others in my position to say, enough, fuck you, enough. I need you to leave me the fuck alone. And if you won't, if you insist on bringing your hate to me, I'm going to stop you by any means possible. Understand that. I'm a nice fucking guy until I'm not. And over the years, I and many others like me, in defense of you, while protecting you and serving your interests, a lot of us have developed a skill set that once brought to bear in this situation is going to be undeniable and unstoppable. And if you think you don't like us now, you just fucking wait. That said, none of us are that person. If you intend to make us that person, if you intend to push us to the point where that we bring out that part of ourselves, that depth of our shadow, that's going to be unfortunate, and everyone involved is going to regret it. But it's kind of inevitable, and you should understand this without me saying so. It's as if that's what the individuals that are highlighted by the major tech networks, tech companies, you know, Google and Twitter and all this fucking country. It's as if that's what they're pushing for, and that's the end they're driving towards. And I got to tell you, you're far closer than you expect. And I don't advocate any sort of radicalism, of existential radicalism, of being radical in the real world, radical acts. Radical ideas, I advocate 1,000%. Radical speech, radical opinions, fucking give them to me, daddy. Give them to me, daddy. I want to hear them. Because that makes me aware of what's going on in the world, and it makes me know who my enemies are and who my allies are. And right now, the radical speech, the radical ideas, and the radical actions that I feel need to be defended against are all coming from the left. They're all coming from the people that are telling me and telling everyone that I'm the radical, that I'm the one that needs to be defended against, that I'm the social ill. And hey man, maybe I am. Maybe I'm just so old and out of touch and such a fucking boomer that that I just have no clue. But there's a black dog. There is a black dog.
We're all ready for tonight. How about you, shithead?